The Subcommittee on Immigration and Citizenship will please come to order. A quorum being present without objection, the chair is authorized to declare a recess at any time. Everyone is welcome for our first hearing. Pursuant to notice, I now call up the subcommittee's rules of procedure and statement of policy for private immigration bills for purpose of markup and move that the subcommittee report them favorably to committee. The clerk will report.
Subcommittee on Immigration
Ask
and
unanimous
Citizenship.
consent that the reading of the rules be considered read and open for amendment. I will begin by recognizing myself for a very brief opening statement. The primary focus of these rules is to establish the standard requirements for consideration of private bills. These standards were set on a bipartisan basis and have effectively been in place for about 30 years. These rules have not changed in any substantive way from the last Congress. I would now be happy to yield to the ranking member, Mr. Buck, for any comments he may wish to make.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and I would, to expedite this hearing, offer my remarks in written form for the record.
Gentleman's statement will be included in the record, and statement of any member who wishes to submit a statement will also, by unanimous consent, be included in the record. If there are no amendments, the question is on adopting the subcommittee rules of procedure and statement of policy for private immigration bills. All those in favor will say aye. Aye. Opposed will say no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it, and a majority having voted in favor, the rules and policy of the subcommittee are adopted and reported favorably to the full committee, and without objection, the staff is directed to make any technical and conforming changes. We have before us noticed a request for report on H.R. 1548, and pursuant to notice, the chair now calls up H.R. 1548, a private bill for the release of Maria Carmen Castro Ramirez and J. Refugio Carreno Rojas. The chair calls up the bill for purposes of requesting a department report from the Department of Homeland Security. For the sake of timeliness, I ask unanimous consent that my statement on the bill be made a part of the record. Without objection, it will be made. I would like to note the subcommittee voted to request a report on this bill during the 115th Congress. Because Congress adjourned before this bill was enacted at the end of the 115th Congress, our subcommittee must once again begin the process of moving this private bill through Congress. That process begins with the request for a report from DHS. I would now recognize Mr. Buck for any comment that he may have on this.
I thank the chairwoman, and I have no comment.
Any other member wish to be heard on the bill? If not, Chair will now entertain a motion request that DHS provide the subcommittee with the department report on H.R. 1548. I note that this request for a report does not provide a final decision on this private bill. The request for a report is simply the first step in the private bill process to learn more about the case from the agency responsible. All those in favor of the motion to request a report will say aye. Aye. Opposed will say no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it, and the motion is adopted, and a request will be made to DHS to provide the subcommittee with the department report on H.R. 1548. I will note for the record that we have received a request, a bipartisan letter from a number of members on H.R. 1547, a private bill for the relief of Malachi McAllister and his children. That is not noticed for this subcommittee hearing, so we will notice that hearing for Thursday at a time that will work for members, so that all members will have an opportunity to read the letter from our colleagues and consider the request. If there is nothing further, we will adjourn this first meeting. Thank you. We are adjourned. Yeah.
Madam Chair.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I'm good. I don't know. Soon. I think that'll be full committee. Because we don't want to do too much. You don't want to do too much. Just one.